Then for number 7, the press secretary asserted that all of the accusations against the president were blank, representing outlandish claims by blank former campaign officers hoping to reap the rewards of the politician's sudden success. So looking at the second blank first, if we have these former campaign officers hoping to reap the rewards of the politician's success, they're probably going to be sort of greedy if they're trying to get that politician's success. So that would be a fantastic prediction for that second blank. Now, looking at the first blank, the press secretary, or it could be a he, is asserting that all of the accusations are blank, that they're representing outlandish complaints. So, if something is outlandish, that means it's totally far-fetched, totally false, crazy stories made up by these former employees. So that's going to be your prediction for the first blank. So, if we move on to the answer choices, we'll start with the second blank. And the first answer choice is irate. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. The word actually means really angry. So the former campaign officers could be angry since they are former and were probably fired, but we can't just assume that that's what we need because all of the words in the sentence, all of our hints, are leading us towards something that means more along the lines of greedy. So A is actually out. Then we get to petty. Now, if they're petty, that could work with what we're looking for along the lines of greedy. It's like slightly greedy, so you can leave it in, but it's not a very strong connection with greedy. Then you get to covetous. You probably haven't heard that word. You might have heard the word covet, but you're probably a little unsure. So we're going to leave that one in as a mystery. Then you have spiteful. So spiteful is really negative, and these former employees could be spiteful for being fired, but they're probably not going to put spiteful in this sentence because we need something more along the lines of greedy. So that one's also out. Then we get to impractical. Also a negative word, but not the type of negative we're looking for. So now we're down to B and C, and looking at the first blank, we have irrational, which really doesn't necessarily mean what we're looking for here. It could be a little similar to outlandish, but is not strong enough. So B actually doesn't work. And bogus is exactly what we're trying to say by the word outlandish. So the only one left is C, and covetous means greedy or jealous. So if you covet something, it means you want it really badly. So if these people are covetous of the presidential candidate's things, that means that they're greedy and they're making these false claims.